Hi, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm a mess, in case you care. Hi, Shane.
Hey,
By the way, check out our most recent episode about the top 5 coolest hidden characters in gaming, according to us. That's our most recent one. We're going to play some Vi tonight because our patrons did not want us to play Final Fantasy Renaissance. That was the option. Oh, Game Over Hell is here. How are you doing, Game Over Hell? And for some reason, it still says streaming Vane, Steel Empire, and bonus Vane, maybe. That's not what we're doing. Hopefully, that's not what it says on Twitch. That would be bad.
where does it say that?
In the chat, according to what I'm looking at, it says Vi! 3 exclamation points here. That's what it should say. All right. So I'm going to try to get Vi up here. There is some music happening here. Pure music. That is because that is probably way too loud. So I'm going to fix that.
Should make your day better. Wow, what's going on? Game over hell. Not a good day.
My day was a day. So we can all have a bad day together. Wasn't the worst day. Hopefully tomorrow's a good day. Oh, fuck. I hope your day was okay. I hope your day was good. I hope your day was good. All right. Let me see if I can add this. Window capture. Put Vi. I'll get rid of it later. Yes, that. I'm gonna expand it because like the window here is like really small. So I gotta adjust here. Yeah, baby.
Discord drama, huh? That sounds like not fun.
Never is. Make this a little larger for you all. Make it happier for me. Dash kebab. Good. All right. The server I'm in kind of ruined it. I get the feeling, man. Oh no. My controller does not work. Why does it not work? Oh shit. Here we go. It sounds really quiet for me. How's it all for you?
Yeah, it seems quiet.
I'll up it a little bit.
do.
I do.
What?
Man, that's some of that artwork is a little rough.
This is 1993.
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, we've seen some anime drawn artwork cutscenes in other games from around that era, and some of those faces look kind of rough.
They massacred.
Sorry, I should be saving these comments for later.
I'll say it. They massacred my boy. What was that? I'm adjusting the Sega. I'm adjusting the display here.
You're right. So how that is a very thick window border.
Yo, okay. Chat. This game was gifted to me, and I'm very thankful for who gifted it to me and why they gifted it to me. Good God. I know it's going to be way less balanced and way much of a pain in the ass if I do this. Should I do this with the Sega CD emulator? Something's like, this is bad. Oh my God.
Wait, what version is this?
This is Steam.
Oh. I mean, it may be a better option. I don't know. Oh, wait.
Oh my God.
Soha's taking a look at something. I'm not sure what. It's fine. While you guys are working on that, I am going to be doing some podcast administrative work that should have been done a while ago. I'm going to finally go through and properly add all of our Patreon content to the correct collections that we have, so it makes it easier to find. I know. It's thrilling. The back office work is never exciting, but always necessary. Why is this version bad? I mean, I don't know. They did something to... What did they do? Is this a remaster? Because it doesn't look any like... I mean, I guess did they add all of the friggin' like extra menu shit?
I don't know yet. That's my concern.
Well, I mean, is the original game, does it have just half the screen, a giant fucking blue window? Like,
Not half.
it looks like half. I mean, you have those black bars on either side of what's actually going on, plus the blue menu.
Yeah, I get that.
It's basically half the screen.
Do I have... Oh my God. You know what? Hey, everybody. I can't play this. I can't do it. I guarantee you it's more balanced.
What's up, GC Freak? We're debating whether or not Chris needs to emulate the CD version of this instead of this here Steam version.
Oh my God. Can I play it? Yes, I can play it.
Does he want to? That's a different story.
Good lord. Dithering. Let's turn the dithering off.
Fire up Doom 1 and 2. No, that's me, GC Freak. I highly doubt you're going to see Chris playing Doom.
Oh my god. Well, that's cool. You can name your characters here and name all of them. Wow. I don't like this, y'all. Chris playing Doom would be bad. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. No, I don't want it. Why can't I? I don't like this. And Shane, if you go in this episode at the beginning of next year and you don't like it either, and I would understand. So let me save this.
Well,
Alright.
I mean, again, I'm curious if all of this is just this version.
Possibly. So I'm gonna. You're not gonna see this. I'm gonna go to CD Romance, the best site of all time. And I'm going to see if I can find a Vi unworked. I don't want to get into specifics because that will happen.
Right. I forgot those working designs.
It is.
Good lord.
In the worst way possible. Like, I love working designs. You know I do. And... Oof, bleh. This is a game that if you like working designs, it will not be that great. Okay, there is an unworking designs version of that. Great. I'm going to download that right now. And we're going to play that instead. Instead of this. So, according to CD Romance, let's see if I can share this. I think I have it loaded up here. See if I can find it. Web browser. Okay, so differences are restores original enemy stats, thank God. Restores spells MP cost to original values, thank God. Restores equipment bonus values. Yeah, in cost reduce the original 4 gold. Yeah. HP MP no longer restored on level up. That's bad, but I can understand that. The hidden Lorath Castle chest now contains 1,000 gold. Okay. Lynx's bar tab has been greatly reduced from 20,000 to 1,000. This version has added an instant game over if Sephora's teleportation was used without having all party members equipped with filtration mass. Okay. Okay, so we're downloading this. And we're going to go with the unworked one. Oh, boy. I did not like what I saw there. All right. I cannot show myself downloading a ROM. Even though I legally own a copy of Vi. It is Vi, not they. I'm seeing someone reviewing your application. I've been putting a lot of applications in as well right now. Hopefully someone cares about me. Oh, man. Like, I got all the bad vibes from that. I'm so happy I didn't gift that to you, Shane. I gifted it. I gifted it to our guest for the episode. I apologize.
Still want to be on the show.
Yeah, I apologize to our guest. Oh boy. That was bad. All right. So I'm going to go through the process here. It won't take me very long. Oh, I already have it. I don't know why I did that then. Okay, cool. Make sure Kega's not in here.
Two-time 93-94 Blockbuster video game champion is back.
Look,
What?
Freak. I love the fact that you're part of our community. I love the fact that you're here with us, and I wish you the best with your job search. No harm against you. I'm not down with Dr. Disrespect. Just not.
Oh. I was like, what? I'm sorry. I don't know what this is in reference to.
I know you are, and I'm not going to say anything bad or good about him on the stream. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I'm not down with him. I'm not. And I'll leave it at that. Confusion used to come up. All right, yeah, that's what I want.
Man, you know, frickin' Patreon, dude. Like, I'm glad they finally added that library, like, function so you can kind of see all your content you've posted in one place. But good lord, they still have, like, just, like, basic functionality that's not there. It's really annoying. Like, I should be able to go into the library and multi-select content and add it to, like, a collection or do that. And there's no way. There's no way to do it. Also, from what I can tell, the only way you can create a new collection is by going to something you've posted, choosing to add it to a collection, and then selecting create new collection. There's no, like, independent spot, like, I don't know, in the library to go and be like, hey, make a new collection. Like, who is working on this stuff? Like, Patreon, hire me. I will fix your shit.
Please hire Shane, Patreon. Like the present. Okay, so you're about to see the difference in presentation here.
In a forgotten corner of the universe, a fierce battle was fought using mechanized technology so destructive it laid waste to an entire solar system.
How's the volume?
A lone mechanized warrior, its guidance systems damaged and pilot dead, shot away from the turbulent battle space. Destination unknown.
Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of quiet.
The berserker entered the space of a planet abundant with unsuspecting life and ignorant of technology. Programmed only for death, the machine set about destroying everything in its path. It took the combined resources of the 5 mightiest wizards to divide and
Sup, Captain?
seal the power of the fearsome weapon. The damage inflicted on this small world was great, and many details of the assault were lost. However, even after a millennium had passed, people still spoke in awe as they recounted the legend of the armor and the 5 magicians of Vi.
Fuck yeah, let's go. That's way better. By the way, what's up, Catman? You're damn right. I'm converting as fast as I can. I want long hair. Dude, this hair is so soft and so thick. I can't let this go. I can't let this go. I'd be sad to let it go. I will go into poverty before I let this hair go. Well, not really. So we're going to do a new game.
The day of Prince Sandor's wedding to Lady Alyn had finally arrived. Dignitaries from all parts of the Four Kingdoms flocked to the royal event, for the young prince promised to be an important leader. But as the ceremony
What?
advanced,
Stroking
an
the forbidden
insidious
beard?
plot
So like,
was
is it like a merkin?
Captain is also a veteran of the armed forces of Canada, so, you know. But he understands.
I do so promise.
Okay, yeah. So the artwork was not a deal with but that's just the game. Okay, well, that's good to know. It's mostly fine. There are just a few shots of some of the up close faces. That are just
It's too loud on my end now. I can't hear you.
actually, yeah. Now it is loud.
Yeah. There.
I mean, there's a lot of things blowing up. You know, people are dying. That chick fell into a void.
Gotta find Otto. It was that notorious filth from Danik, my liege. Who comes? I come. A loyal soldier from the garrison, Majesty. Soldier, report on the disposition of the enemy. After they succeeded in abducting Alyn, they made a retreat. But by then, our battlements were decimated. Sir, the carnage is beyond description. The Iron Giants were invincible. They are armed with cannons and strange weapons of fire. The filthy dogs. They shall pay dearly. How, my liege, are we to defend against such power? I'm sure Otto the Wise holds that answer, my prince. But where can he be found? Like most musicians, he prefers the quiet of a cave or keep. I've heard he has been seen near Pauth Cave. Pauth Cave. Yes. That's the old mine in the south, right? Then I shall leave at once. I'll track down the savages who stole Alyn from me, and I will avenge the murder of my parents. Or die trying! Hey, what's up, savagery? If only we could fly! Those are dead people. Hey, I dead person. I gotta stop at Cheffel. Yeah, this is better than the Steam version, for anyone who cares. Maybe I can go back here and find nothing. Sweet. So Friday we went to see the Soul Asylum, Stone Temple Pilots, and live in concert. And tomorrow we're going to see Megadeth. Woo! Mudvayne and All That Remains in concert.
Wait, I'm sorry. Megadeth, Mudvayne, and All That Remains are on the same ticket?
That's what they're saying.
The fuck is happening? Okay. It's interesting.
I mean, peace sells, but who's buying?
Word. You know, I don't. This might be a hot take. I don't know, but I have never been able to get into Megadeth, mostly because I fucking hate Dave Mustaine's voice. I think it's awful. Like, musically, I think the band is really tight, but like,
Yeah.
Jesus, his voice sucks. It's never been good.
I can't completely disagree with you. I think, like, I really like them, but I get it. Like, I'm not gonna, like, sit here and be like, oh, you're wrong. Like, I can't even see what the chat's saying anymore. Hold on. Yeah, 3 different types of metal on one show, but I would like to see another band that started with M.
Yeah,
Metallica.
that does feel, yeah, right. Yeah, because you're gonna get Metallica and Megadeth in the same fucking place at one time.
I would think it's been long enough that
Nah,
you would
man,
hope.
they're a bunch of salty bitches. They're never gonna let that go.
I guess so.
Like, you could still see interviews to this day with Dave Mustaine, and he's just like holding on to butt hurt from like 40 years ago.
Oh, so it's mostly Mustaine.
Yeah, he seems real bitter about it. I mean, like, I'm not saying he's wrong, for the record, but
I mean, he's not right either.
no, but I think the dudes in Metallica just kind of don't give a shit. They're like, yeah, we have more money than God, and we're basically the biggest metal act ever, so we don't fucking care.
It's not like Megadeth was not unsuccessful either. Let's
yeah.
like be perfectly clear on that. Metallica and Megadeth have beef? Oh, absolutely.
Oh, 100%. Yes. You should look into the history of that. That'd be a nice little rabbit hole for you to go down for a while.
God, like, the person who used to watch us, her name is, Bree. Sabrina. And, like, she used to say, like, the reputation of Metallica was that they were a bunch of fucking, like, alcoholics. Like, they were called Alcoholica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was bad. I mean, that's part of the reason that James has had to go to rehab, like, multiple times. Like, the Some Kind of Monster documentary actually went over that really well. Like, that was that period where they were... Oh, was that when they were recording Load and Reload, or was that... I think it was around that time. It was either that or it was, like, right... It was before Saint Anger. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, they almost totally... That band almost totally fell apart because of that. So, it was rough. Also, like, okay, don't get me wrong. I love Metallica, right? Like, I want to get that out in front of all of this. Although, I feel like I should temper that by saying, yes, I am one of those people that... I'm a little bit more lenient in that I will say that generally, if I'm going to listen to Metallica, it's anything like Black Album back. I will put on like Load and Reload every once in a while.
I love those, by the way.
I do fuck with some of those songs. I will say that it's a different vibe totally, but
Yeah.
for like good 80s thrash, like old Metallica is absolutely best Metallica. Having said that, historically they're not great dudes. Like,
Okay,
Lars is a fucking douchebag.
Let's be real. How many musicians really are?
True, and especially from, you know, that era, like it was pretty common for them to be,
It's like professional wrestlers, man. Like,
you know.
are your heroes great people? No, they aren't. They're terrible people. They just are there to entertain you. Just be entertained.
Yeah. Okay, so the funny thing, and this, so Savagery, this is coming from someone who is, and probably will forever be a fucking scene kid, just to be clear. So it's still crazy to me that All That Remains kind of took the trajectory that they did, because they started out as 100% a metalcore band. I love their first couple albums. And then at some point, they were just like, but what if we did butt rock? And this is my opinion. Don't take it for whatever it's worth. But, like, they definitely went down, like, the octane core path where they're just like, okay, but what if we just tried to make, like, the most accessible, like, metal we can and throw out all of, like, the stylistic choices that, like, made us who we were to begin with? They're not the only ones to do that, by the way. I've got beef with Parkway Drive for that same reason. But anyway, so, and Wage War, fuck those guys. So it's like interesting that's, I mean, it makes sense that they're on that tour. I'm gonna be honest though, I think I'm with you, dude. Like, of those, I'd be there for Mudvayne. I've seen Mudvayne live before, back in the heyday, in like the early aughts. They put on a good show. They still do. Honestly, I think that they were one of those bands that I feel like kind of didn't get some of the recognition they deserved, because I think they just got lumped in with all the 8,000 other nu metal bands that were out around that time. But I feel like they were doing things that were more unique than like your run-of-the-mill nu metal outfit. It's kind of the same thing with System of a Down. They got really screwed. I mean, they got popular, don't get me wrong, but they constantly got lumped into that same category, and I don't think that was fair, because they were so stylistically different that I don't think it's fair to call them nu metal. But anyway,
To answer your question, Keaton, this is for the Sega CD.
oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, 2001 was like peak Mudvayne. Now, I mean, I'm sure they're still gonna put on a really good show though, so that should be a good time. I would agree though that if you were gonna stick with the M's for that show, I mean, I'm biased, but I probably would have went with Mushroom Head. Mushroom Head was another one that I feel like they never got the recognition they should have gotten, because everybody called them a Slipknot ripoff.
Were they?
No, they're not. That's the thing. They're very different. And it's just because they all wear masks, and so everyone was like, "Oh, they're Slipknot. They're trying to be a Slipknot clone." Like, no. If you actually listen to their music, it's notably different. But anyway, they're still putting out stuff now too. They got well, I say new. They've probably been around for a bit, but they got like a new singer.
Slipknot?
I've heard some of their new stuff. No, Mushroom Head. That is also a good point, Savagery. Mushroom Head did start before Slipknot, but nobody ever mentions that.
Mushroom Head is the Tony Hawk, and Slipknot's the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Sure. We
Yes.
can go with that. Oh man, that reminds me. I really wish that they were coming somewhere here, but like I've been putting it off, and so it'll probably be too late. But Slipknot's doing their 25th anniversary of their debut album like tour right now, and they're playing that album in its entirety, and they're touring with fucking Knocked Loose and Vended, and I'm just like, fuck man, that's such a good show. But they're coming nowhere near here. Like, if I was gonna go see it, I'd have to fly somewhere. And honestly, at this point, if I was gonna do it, I should just fucking go to Knotfest in Iowa. Because I mean, if I'm gonna see them playing their first full album in its entirety, why the fuck wouldn't I go to Iowa, right, where they're from?
You should.
Yeah, I should. I should do that.
Got the leather band. I should get the quilted tunic.
They have drowning pool coming to a local casino. That tracks. That tracks.
It makes sense.
I mean, like, RIP to their original singer, but like fucking. You know what's funny about Drowning Pool is I remember when they came out, they came onto the scene after nu metal had already been around for a bit, and there was this big rumor going around that they were industry plants, that like their music was so generic, like just generic nu metal, that people were convinced that they were 100% just industry plants just trying to like make a buck.
That's probably, I mean, I believe it. I don't disbelieve that. But good for them for making the money.
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, listen, man, listen, Bodies is a catchy song. I owned that album also, so I don't have too much to say.
I didn't. I always look back when I think about this music and I think there's a chick that I probably should have asked out, and I didn't because I was an idiot. She's smoking hot. She was a redhead too. It's like, I'm so dumb.
Yeah, maybe.
I was incredibly stupid.
I just listen, man. I'm speaking from personal experience on this one. That has all the hallmarks of being simultaneously probably the best thing that ever happened to you, and also almost getting murdered with a pair of scissors.
No, dude,
right?
like I hung out with her, like we were good friends for a long time. Like her mom was. This is gonna be weird. I don't know how to make this spin, but I remember her parents got divorced. I went to her house when they got divorced, and like her mom was like all about Creed and shit like that. Like we were like really good friends for a long time, and I think like I remember like I was talking to her because like we were really good friends. Like I friend zoned her, and while I was watching her brother, I was like, hey, can you watch my brother? We're going out. Like, yeah, I'll totally watch your brother. And like I remember like one time like friend zoned her, is like she's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, I totally crushed on this one girl, and she's like, what? I'm like, totally I was crushing on this one girl, and she was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I look back at it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm so stupid. Like,
okay, but here's what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah.
As someone who has personal experience with being a habitual sucker for redheads and also like alt chicks,
yeah, with cool moms who probably be down bad if you got him the right situation.
I mean, okay, sure. But like,
yeah,
I'm just saying that sounds, it would have been fun, and it probably would have been some of the best things that you would probably have memories for the rest of your life.
Guaranteed.
Maybe not something that would have been long term, because they're usually, and I want to say this right now, that these are sweeping generalizations, so fuck you, chat. Don't throw me under the bus here. But they're mentally fucking unstable.
I'm mentally unstable. Would have been perfect.
Okay, you're taking redhead plus like scene/alt chick, and you're taking two of the historically most unstable fucking things and putting them together. Jesus Christ. Like,
like Game Over Hell is like if you asked her out, your life would have been different. There would have been no retro hangover triggering bad ending. I don't know about that. Like, I remember before I joined the Navy, I was dating this one girl. No, I had already joined the Navy, technically speaking. And I was dating this one girl. And she was like super... God, I'm going to get into this. She was like, hey, I'm going to turn 18 and you're going to take my virginity. I'm like, okay. And,
You're like, yes, ma'am.
No, actually.
Happy to be
No.
of service.
It got weird because like she said the L word. Now when you're like
Ooh.
when you're 18 and you hear that, you're like, no, I'm joining the Navy. Like, I'm gonna be doing nasty things all over the world. That's my objective here. Like, let's not do this. And so like her 18th birthday came around, and on her 18th birthday I went to Northern Illinois University, where I had a friend going to college, and we had a bunch of people that went there. We were hanging out. Northern Illinois University was the team that beat the Fighting Irish this weekend. Good on you, Huskies. And I applied there, and they told me to go fuck myself, so fuck you too, Northern Illinois. But I'm trying to get the sword, by the way. That's what I'm grinding for. I'm grinding for gold. But there was this girl I met there who was fun. It was a lot of fun. And so on this girl's 18th birthday, because I kind of broke up with her before that, she called me up. Was like, where are you? I thought you were going to come by for my 18th birthday. And while I'm talking to her, this girl, like, I'm doing things with is, like, hugging me and hanging all over me. And I'm like, yeah, not down with that.
Young Chris, the heartbreaker.
Dude, I was debaucherous when I was younger, man. Like, Jesus Christ. I remember, like, I don't know if I shared this on the stream before. I know I've shared it somewhere. But, like, on Halloween night, the year I joined the Navy, it was because I joined the Navy in November of 2003. So this would have been October of 2003. And, yes, they are. I've been married to one and dated another, both crazy. Hell yeah, redheads. Around the ages of 15 and 17, I knew of some women who were adult ages that were telling me they wanted me to let them know when I turned 18 they could teach me a thing or two. Yeah, man, like, we're all... Like, there's plenty of terrible people. Doesn't matter your gender.
True.
They'll all fuck you up. But, where was I going with this? Okay, so, Halloween 2003. I didn't have a costume. I was just wearing a trench coat. Like, a big leather trench coat. Because I loved trench coats at the time.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. And I went to a Halloween party with my friend Nick. And I can't even remember where it was. It was somewhere outside Chicago. And, like, they were serving up alcohol, and they weren't even checking IDs. And so, like, I was drinking my ass off. And I think, actually, that goes further back than that. Hold on, I need to, like, restart this story. This is going to make me look terrible, which I already am. But, me and my friend Nick were hanging out with all of our friends there. And we started hanging out with some of my friend Nick's ex and her friends. And we were all hanging out, and then, like, we all decided we were going to go, like, into a bedroom and all start, like, pretending to sleep. And I was starting to mack it on some chick who was, like, sleeping right next to me. And then the mother of the girl was, like, very upset that we were all there. And, like, I look back, like, justifiably so. I would have been upset too. But, because we were all 18 and they were, like, 16, 17, which, like, high school, like, yeah, this sounds gross.
I mean,
on the outside, but, like, that's a gray line. Like, if you're a
Yeah.
senior, like, I get it. And, like, but these are, like, 16-year-olds, and, like, here's a bunch of 17, 18-year-olds, and they're all, like, get the fuck out of my house. I'm like, yeah, totally. 100% agree. Like, nothing wrong with that. But of course, when I'm, like, just turned 18, like, I'm like, fuck you, bitch. And I was about to make my Mac on some chick there. And it was like, I was making my moves. She was all like grinding on my shit. It was all good. But yeah, I get why like we were turned away. So then he's like, hey, I have this friend who has this party over here in this location. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go. And I was wearing my trench coat. And his friend like started hitting on me. And I'm drunk because they're serving up Jello shots and all this stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, let's get down. Let's have some Jello shots. Let's have fun. Let's have a good time. I'm probably smoking a little bit of weed. Even though I'd already technically joined the Navy. I was trying to like, that's a story in and of itself. But, like, we start like hitting it off. And I'm like, hey, you want to do anything? She's like, yeah, let's go to my car. So we go to her car and we start like getting to the business. And like, we start getting hot and heavy. Like doing everything, like you name the bases, we're rounding it. And then it gets to the point like, hey, let's go. And she's like, do you have a condom? I'm like, well, no, I don't have a condom. She's like, well, we're not doing anything. Dude, I am no shit. I'm telling the truth here. Like, I ain't lying. She was, by the way, she was in a Volkswagen Bug. That's what we were.
Like, one of those newer ones?
Yeah, the new Beetle. And we were doing whatever we could in the back of a new Beetle. And she's like, well, I'm not going to do anything with you because, like, I don't have a condom. And I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. Completely understand. So I open the door, pants are around my fucking waist because, like, we're doing everything else. And I'm, like, looking at people walking into this bar, and I'm yelling at them, drunk as fuck. Hey, do any of you have a condom?
Oh, my God, dude.
Like, help me out.
Hook a brother up, man.
Like, dude, you don't know what I'm going through right now. They're all looking at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I know. Exactly.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so did anybody, like, hook you up? Like, damn.
No. And so, like we do what we could. Like, I never got off because I was kind of, at that point, I was kind of, like, I was bored with getting, like, the oral stuff. I was like, I need to advance. Like, I need something more than that. And I wasn't getting it. I was like, all right. So it's not, we all had our fun for what it was worth. And then, like, the problem is that she had just met me, but she was trying to, like, get in with my friend, from my friend Nick. And so, like, when she found out, he found out, she started crying. So, like, she went to her car, and I saw, like another, like, and Nick came over, and he started talking to her, and I'm, like, doing something else, because I'm drunk as fuck. I don't care. And, he's talking to her, and I'm like, oh, shit, I didn't get laid tonight. I can make this up. So I go up, and I talk to the both of them. I'm like, hey, can I get your number? Like, and she's crying because she wanted to hook up with my friend. And, like, it wasn't working out. And she looks at me, he's like, aren't you leaving? I'm like, look, I still need to get laid. And my friend just looked at me, and he's like, just go. I'm like, what?
Oh, my God. Dude, you were a fucking menace. Jesus. I don't even think I don't have a story to top that. I really don't think I did.
It was, and then, like, we left, and, like, later, the same bro reached out to me a little bit later. He's like, man, you're my hero. Like, I have never had that amount of confidence. I'm like, dude, I lost it all after, like, that month. Like, I went to the Navy and, like, lost all that confidence. It's like, how did you do that? Like, I don't even fucking know, dude. Like, I was on another level. I'll never be there ever again. And I never was, spoiler. But, yeah, it was nuts. Like the last couple months I was, like, before I joined the Navy, it was insane. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, I don't know why I was on that level.
I mean, if I had to guess, I feel like part of it's just being young and an idiot.
Yeah,
and then
that's
the other part of it is like, you're like, well, I'm gonna be shipping off, so it really doesn't matter whatever the fuck I do right now.
Yeah, I think that had to be a part of it. Man, I miss those days. I miss those days so much. I would go back and... Like, I can't believe some of the shit I did, dude. It was insane. You didn't have, like, Facebook or anything like that either. Like, you'd have to ask for their number and write it down. You couldn't just put it in your phone or whatever.
Right.
So yes, I was a terrible person once upon a time. I'm not saying I'm still not, but it was much more pronounced. Do I have to go in that cave? I don't want to go in that cave. Should probably buy items, healing items. I didn't do that. So when I was still with my ex-wife, her and I were at a Halloween party, and we were both trying to talk with this one girl, and she was cool with it, and she pulled her tits out, sweet. But my ex-wife and I didn't know she was already in a relationship with another girl, and that girl came in and got mad at all of us, but the girl we were talking to never told us, so we just like, well, we didn't know.
I mean, yeah, that's not on you.
Yeah, that's totally on that chick. She should have been like, nah, I'm not interested. They ain't on you. They ain't here, bro. You're good. Also, like, your ex-wife sounds cool. I mean, I'm not going to say she was always cool, because there's a reason she's your ex-wife, but... God, you're all getting, like, super drunk, Chris, tonight. I'm just letting you know. Where can I get items? Can I get items here? Video games. A bomb. Okay. This looks like Lufia. Yes. It does, actually. Where am I at here? Oh, this is Pouth. It's a cave. Well, her thing was she wanted to fuck around with whoever she wanted, but wanted me to stay just faithful to her.
Oh, yeah, no, that's bad news. You know what's funny, Savagery, is I feel like you and I have a lot in common when it comes to that, because I too had a crazy redhead ex, not wife, but we were engaged, for the record. So we were on the way there, and it eventually got to that exact same point where she was just like, you know, maybe we should have like an open relationship. And what she really meant was, I'm already fucking 3 other dudes, so like maybe I'm gonna try to find a way to justify this by saying like, hey, why don't you find some other chick? Yeah, it was bad news. Bad news all around.
Yeah, I'm glad she's your ex.
So am I.
Like, if you want an open relationship, then, like, be about it.
Well, I mean, but that's something that you have to be, like, you both have to agree on. It's
Yeah,
not
don't
something that, like, one person brings up and you're just like, so this came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's kind of like, hey, are you sleeping with this dude? Hey, have you thought about doing a open relationship? Wait, hold on. Are you sleeping with the dude? I asked you first. No, you didn't. Are you calling me a liar? Like, it's... Oh my god. And look, if you're polyamorous, no hate against you. I'm just gonna say, based off historical evidence, it's gonna end in disaster.
Yeah, man. I don't know how people do it because I don't know, man. I'm clearly not wired that way because I would not be able to just be like cool with that, like at all.
If you're cool with that, awesome, man. Like, I'm not here to judge, but like every single time I've seen anyone in like a polyamorous relationship, it just always ends bad. I've not seen any long. I don't want to say any, but like the ones that are successful are like marginal. I'm talking like less than 5%.
Yeah, the thing for me is like I just feel like it's in just inviting more like potential entry points for unnecessary drama and whatever. Plus, I'll be real with you, it sounds exhausting. Like,
yeah,
I'm totally not judging. Like, if it's something that you personally can handle, more power to you. That's fantastic. But just me personally, there's no way. Like, I got my fucking hands full with one person. I mean,
right.
I can't imagine having to deal with 2, 3, whatever. Like a buddy of mine, he has apparently entered that era of his life now after having been divorced and gone through a number of other relationships, and so now he's seeing like 3 chicks at the same time, and on paper that sounds fantastic. In practice, I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Like, no.
So I'm gonna scroll up and see what she said here. Savagery. Also, she said to me that she was bi, but when we started fighting, she said that she only told me that because she thought that's what I wanted to hear, but I originally never even brought it up till she said something. Also, I think poly relationships usually benefit the woman more because a woman usually just has to ask, hey, you want to fuck, is usually pretty easy for them. On your latter point, yes. Like 100%. Like, men are dogs. If we aren't already aware of that. By the way, I've just noticed this overlay is shit, so I need to move Kega all the way down here. But yeah, men suck. And women know men suck. So like it's not advantageous to the man. Because unless you're like a super stud, like you're not going to be pulling ass all the time. But it's a person who just lets people do whatever they want as long as they don't. I agree. Yeah, 100%. But to your former point, also she said to me that she is bi. Dude, I don't know. Okay, I'll say this. In the early 2000s, like it seemed like every woman was bi. Because that's what men wanted to hear, right? Like, I'd be down with a chick because, like, men were like, oh, yeah. I say this as a man, by the way. They're like, oh, hell yeah, you're bi? Like, I'm totally down with that. I would love to, like, have a threesome with you. And, like, that would instantly make you more attractive. If you wanted to have sex with another woman, if you were a woman, to a man, right? And you were hot. That was always something that was super appealing. So yeah, like, fuck, the woman I'm married to said that to me as well. So did not pan out like I thought it would, but like that was just a very stereotypical thing that was of the time. Like that was something men wanted to hear, like, oh, I'm bi, and the men were like, hell yeah, that's cool. I'm down with bi chicks. Damn, man, like time's flied. Like that, I don't even know what it's like anymore. I don't want to date. Like if I ever get divorced or I'm ever single again, like I don't want to fucking deal with any of this shit.
Oh no, dude. From what I've gathered, the dating scene is an absolute horror show right now. No, No. God forbid if anything ever happened to my wife or whatever. Like I'd be like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. Sign me up for a fucking monastery. I don't give a shit. I'm out. Like I'm not dealing with this.
Dude, Pornhub is free. Just saying.
Yes, that is true. Oh my God! Wait a minute. I think I found a place that I can actually do this effectively. By the way, anybody who's in the chat and is also a patron, you have to go check that out on the Patreon page some point here soon. I would just like to say I did not originally intend for the cover art for our Flight collection to go as absolutely hard as it does, but I don't know. I might be biased, but I think the artwork kind of fucks. So
is that for today?
What? No, for the collection of Flights.
I have to take a look.
Yeah. Although the fun fact, the artwork for today's flight, 100% AI generated. So there you go.
You're not supposed to say that out loud.
Man, nobody gives a shit. You know what? It's probably better than arguably what we've done up until this point, which is totally just nicking artwork off of Google Images that definitely belong to somebody else.
True. Also, we probably shouldn't say that.
I don't. Whatever. Come at me, random person on the internet. I don't care.
We'll tag you in the next one if you find it.
Yeah.
The point is, you could have paid me $300 to make it. What's going on, Dave? How you doing? Go support Tales from the Backlog, by the way. Support local artist Shane.
Yeah, you know what? That's great. You're right. Let me support a local artist to make a fucking 1024 by 1024 fucking JPEG so I can stick it on a podcast episode.
Plagiarism or hardworking graphic designers losing their jobs.
Where the fuck are all you people coming out of the woodwork now? Have you been here this whole time and are you just here to shit on me about AI?
You're getting it.
Whatever, you know what? David, draw me a fucking ninja hiding in the bushes with the moonlight behind him and I'll use it.
Dave would take your $300 and also use AI to make
it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take your bespoke fucking locally sourced images the fuck out of here.
Going back to savagery, the Hoagie Man, really quick. It also sucks to date in your 30s as a dude. You're either too old, but the girl is not much younger, or too old. And they are a bit younger, or you're too young, and they are too close to your age, or you're too young, and you're the only one. That's a lot of words. Yeah, I'll just say I don't want to do it. That's what it comes down to. Pornhub is free. How do you feel about stick figures? They make me hard. Let's move on.
I enjoyed watching them fight each other to the death in the early 2000s, if that's what you're asking.
Dude, have you seen the latest SGD thumbnails? 1000%. What's SGD?
I don't know, because at first I thought they were saying Summer Games Done Quick, but that's SGDQ, so I don't know what. See, Savagery knows what I'm talking about. Oh, Super Garbage Day. Oh, fuck.
Oh, I have not seen those thumbnails.
No, I haven't seen them, no, but see, that's the thing. Nobody cares. Look at that. Dodson. We got Dodson here. See, no one cares. We got AI.
No puddle. All right, later, savagery. Take care. Have a good night.
Yes, thank you for commiserating with me about our fatal attraction to redheaded crazy people.
God, I still wish that. Oh, that redhead's gonna haunt me for the rest of my. It's gonna haunt me for the rest of my days.
They will. Yes.
She's happily married and has a couple kids. She's very happy now. Good for her.
Well, good for her. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, she's not
There was
crazy.
one.
Her husband's not
There was
dead.
one
So
like goth redhead chick that I was into in high school, and now last I heard she was singing in a band. So she's like the lead singer of a band. So other than that, I don't know too much. She definitely went into like the whole like weird crystal girl like dreadlocks thing. So not sure how I feel about that, but also that 100% tracks. So
I just like, due to current events, I learned that Lex Friedman grew up in the city next to me in the same time. That's always, like, you see someone who's super successful living on a lot of money and you're just like, what did I do wrong?
Probably so many things.
I mean, I think I already discussed a lot of the things I was doing wrong earlier, so. Video games, probably.
Yeah, Listen, we chose our lot in life. It's fine.
That duration, not so fast, young Sandor. To unlock the armor, you must unlock the source of its power, the orbs. Find them first, and you will have the key that will bring the armor to life again. I suspect that one of the orbs is on the island of Magmal on the west coast. I see. I'll give that a try. Thank you. Wait! It would be too dangerous to attempt this alone. Pottle! No. What is it, Master? I'm not in your way. Don't sulk. I want you to please accompany the prince as his attendant. Really? Oh, Master. This lad is a disciple of mine. He's still a bit inexperienced. He can use a little magic, though. Take him with you. Yeah, I'm going a real adventure. Thank you, Master. Stop gushing, and don't be a pest to the Prince Sandor. I won't, Master. I can't help being excited, though. I'll protect Prince Sandor with the awesome magic you taught me.
Woo! You could sure use a bath.
Pothole!
Sorry, Master Otto. I didn't mean to offend the Prince of Laura. It just kind of slipped out. Sire, with my magic power and your fighting skill, we'll make a great team. Trust me. Say, Master Otto, I'll be back before you know it.
Poor Pottle. I can't talk about Pottle yet. I know what happens to Pottle, too. That FMV? Oh, damn right. It reminds me, there's a fairly recent game that came to capture, yeah. Like, Limited Run Games went, like, full bore on it, too. Like, they came out with a new controller for it. I almost got that controller too, because it was like cool looking, but you know, I'm glad I didn't. It's like Arzette? Arzette. Yeah, Arzette. I think I'm just gonna go to the next town, wherever that may be. Oh, there's the next town. Big beefy man. Well, first let's go to the end. Heal up. Alright. Next, let's save. No, I want items before I want equipment before I get items. So I can get the longsword. Get that. Yeah, get rid of that. Yep. Flute blowgun. Let's do that. What's up? I hear you chuckling.
No. That's just me sniffling, trying to get over this head cold that I've had for the last several days.
COVID.
I mean, technically, I have not tested myself for it, but I don't think it's that. I'm also just going through and updating these collections on Patreon and remembering just how many things we've talked about over the years. Dude, so many games.
It's deep.
It is.
Paddle, gain a level. Where'd you go, Paddle? You don't suck as much. Alright, give me money. I don't have replies anymore. I just know I need money. Make everyone more powerful.
Jesus Christ. I know this is entirely like self-congratulatory, but I gotta say I do appreciate some of the subtitles that I've come up with some of these episodes.
You've come up with some fantastic subtitles, my dude.
I was just like sin and punishment, ill-advised ruffian husbandry. Jesus Christ.
By the way, if Dave Jackson is still here from Tales from the Backlog, you should play Sin and Punishment. It's a good game.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I might put that on the list of episodes for Super Garbage Day to put that in their pool. I got yelled at recently from the Super Garbage Day podcast for my suggestion. From Van Fernal. Because every month they have a submission. I'm a patron, so I get at least one entry into their little Patreon pool about what game to submit. And Van Fernal told me to go fuck myself for the game I nominated. And that is because I nominated the Bouncer. I hope it lands on that, you motherfuckers. I hope you have to play the Bouncer. I want you to play the Bouncer. In fact, if there's any content creators right now that are listening to me, and I know that we have a lot of content creators in this group. Game Over Hell, the Bouncer. Yeah, go check out Game Over Hell, by the way. Have you done a review on the Bouncer yet, Game Over Hell? Because I think that would be a prime game to nominate for the RHRC chat, which crew, RHRC, the RHIC crew, review crew. And I know you support us by doing reviews on games that get there, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you so much. And it's an N64 game that was exclusive to Japan. It's fantastic. You can get it on the Wii U. Kind of. It's kind of like Star Fox, I guess. Kind of. Restream is congratulating me for getting 1,000 messages. Thank you. Thank you, Restream. It was made by Treasure, Sin and Punishment. There's some games I really want to get through before I pick something like the Bouncer. Well, you know what? The review crew needs the Bouncer. We need that. I think it would make the world a better place if we got the Bouncer. Not really. That'd be a terrible game for us to play. But it'd be... you know what? It would not be better than Ace Combat 3. I doubt the Bouncer is as good as the critically acclaimed Quiet Man. It's actually probably better. Do you know how hyped I was for Bouncer? Yeah, dude. Dude! Yes, I know exactly how hyped you were for the Bouncer, because that was also me! I wanted the Bouncer to be so good, man. And it's not. Shane, when are we going to play the Bouncer?
I mean, I don't know. You're not exactly selling it to me right now.
Oh, it's the best. It's great. It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's a must play.
I also just remembered that technically our main episodes on the Patreon feed only go back to the one that we had labeled episode 100, which in retrospect actually wasn't, but
Who
goes
cares?
back to our Ask Us Anything episode.
You need to do another one here pretty soon.
Also, shout out to the title for our Fist of the North Star. I forgot I called it this. Fist of the North Star. Jamie Lee Curtis's Yogurt Blast.
Makes sense. Where we get to fight the black women. Which we didn't realize was, like, more on the nose than we thought it was.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Only in North America, though. So, yeah, calm down. That was an interesting stream. When you're only fighting, like, black women characters. You're like, oh! Oh. Oh,
Alright, so our
shit.
flight and main episode collections are up to date now. The King of Games 96 one that was already done. IO Saturnalia is already good to go. Now I gotta update the guidance and the RFRs.
Making, like, advancing IO Saturnalia is going to be hard, because I'm still at Romancing of the Three Kingdoms 4. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do in that game. Other than play it, I think that's what it's going to be. Like, I don't know what... Like, what does this want me to do? Conquer China!
You generally want you to play them.
That game doesn't have Oda Nobunaga. Yeah, you're right. It's not an ambitious game, I guess. Of course you gain a level, Sandor. It sucks. I don't know about that, but it might.
What? That can't be right. Oh no, I guess it is. For some reason, I thought we had put out more guidance than this, but then I remembered that we don't put them out like super often. So
Yeah, they're a lot of work.
they are. According to this, we have 20 that have been posted to Patreon so far.
That's more than I thought we had.
Yeah.
Secret tunnel we can use in Smythe Village. Tunnel, how do you know? I've studied with the masters. I know many secret things. Great, Pottle. Okay. I read it in one of Otto's books. So sue me. I will. Are you going to give me money? I wonder where it could be. They say you know a secret way into the fortress from this village. Arrow the smith. Ah! There's nothing secret about it. It's just an old tunnel. It's been sealed for so long, no man remembers it no more. It starts off in the graveyard somewhere and ends up in the fortress hall. Alright, so I'm going to play Zelda. Sweet.
Yay.
Talk to this old dude. Secret passage? Arrow the smith used to work the mine. Ask him. I did! You're standing in front of the graveyard, you fucking creep. There it is. Got a silver knife. Oh.
Oh, I forgot we did a rapid fire review of Nier. Did he do that before we did the full episode?
Yes. That's what convinced me to, like, egg you on to play it.
Well, I'm glad you did, because it basically went up as probably one of my favorite games.
Yeah, Nier's fantastic. I hope everyone listens to that episode we did with Adam from The Good, the Bad, and the Backlog. One of my favorite episodes, and for a long time, for a while, I won't say for a long time, but for a little bit, it was like our most downloaded episode. And I really thought that was one of our best ones, so yeah, go check out our Nier episode. Nier, for anyone who's not aware of what Nier is. I like Nier more than Automata, but both are great. I actually agree with you, Game Over Hell. Isn't it cool when lots of people download an episode you think is really good? Yes. I do think that's really cool. Unfortunately, what's the worst is when people don't. Like, oh man, this episode is gonna be fire, and then people are like, nah. So, listen to our Hellboy episode, Hellboy Asylum Seeker, because no one listened to that one. Yeah, it felt like that when I made my Final Fantasy VII Rebirth review. I think I watched that. Can't remember. Or when it's an episode you think is fine and gets a ton of downloads, and you're like, no, listen to this. That's the feeling. That's the feeling. So there's one episode that we did, and Musashi reviewed both, which I thought would do good, but kind of flopped. Yeah, Musashi's very surprising. Like, even when it comes to, like, the RHRC vote, I thought that game was going to slay. And it, like, flopped. No one voted for it. And I was like, wow, okay. Like, I changed the game I nominated strictly based off Musashi's nomination. It turned out it didn't even matter. But going back to Dave's point, you know, like an episode you think is fine gets a ton of downloads. You're like, no, listen to the other one first. Dude, oh my god. Oh my god. I can't tell you how many episodes are like that. I'm just like, why are you listening to this? Like, why are you still listening to this? Not that I don't appreciate the downloads, because I know, like, as content creators, we all appreciate the downloads. But I have no idea how our podcast does, but Ross keeps track of those numbers. Makes no difference to me. I get you. But, like, there's an episode of our podcast that was released a while ago that I don't even think it was very good in terms of how we covered it, because I just think we always get better with every episode we do. So the farther back you get, like, I don't think it's as good. Uh-oh, maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. Uh-oh. Tall man. That his name is Tall Man. Who have we here? Whoa, a pretty mess you're in, Poddle. Monsters, even. Fresh recruits, perhaps? Or just common thieves? I am Sandor, Prince of Lorath. You're kidding. He's kidding, isn't he? What have you done with my bride? And who are you? You address Sadul, commander of the armies of Danik. Then, you are the snake who murdered my parents. Oh dear. I've upset you. Ah! Prepare to die, Danik trash. I'm sorry, but I can't stay. I have a hectic schedule, but you're more than welcome to play with my pet here. I must be off now. Ta-ta, fool. Coward! You can't run forever! Sandor. I sure hope you have a plan here. Yeah, kill him. Oh, I love this music. But the episode I'm talking about, our Kingdom Hearts episode, Shane, I'm sure you're tracking that, won't die. Not that I want it to, but, like, I thought it was okay. It gets, like, I think it has more downloads this year than any episode that we've come out with this year. It's like the most listened to one. It's insane. Wasn't Sandor one of the Herculoids? What's a Herculoid?
I don't know. Anytime I hear Sandor now, all I can think of is Sandor Clegane from Game of Thrones. Also, I just realized there was never official artwork made for King of Games 2K.
Nope.
That's cool.
Okay, so maybe Working Designs wasn't as brutal because I. Oh Jesus. Oh wow.
Old Barbera cartoon. I don't remember ever hearing anything about Herculoids, and I watched a fair bit of Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
How did I get my ass kicked that bad? Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Huh. He managed a family of giant ape. So I need to save more often is what this game is trying to tell me. Okay, got it. I don't need to rely on like Working Designs gimmicky shit. All right. So I'm gonna take a piss real quick. I know I don't have too much time, but I do need to pee. All right. So I will be right back. Hello, back again. Ready to get my ass kicked, I guess. This is the non-Working Designs version, by the way. Very upset. I was lied to. I walk out of the walk out of the room and I see my wife and my son, like, working on plumbing. Like, oh, damn. So the Malfunctioning Designs Edition. Apparently it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I've beaten the North American version. I own it. It's right over there. Yeah, well, they can sit and spin. That's what I think. Game over hell. Like, if they don't like it, that's fine. But if they like what Working Designs did, good for them. And for the most part, I do too. But I think there's like... You gotta realize they're not perfect. Making games harder isn't better. Like, localization be damned. Like, whatever they do with the localization, the fact that they did it is just enough. I think. But, like, when you increase difficulty, when you, like, artificially, for no good reason, other than, like, you personally didn't think it was hard enough, like, get fucked. Like, that's a shitty position to have. But, like, in terms of the actual, like, wording and localization, yeah, I get it, it's stated. It doesn't work for everybody, but I still think it's fun enough. Like, it doesn't bother me. And I've heard people say, well, it's an example of what not to do. I'm like, fucking you up, Puddle. Not taking any prisoners this go round. Alright, let's go to the end. I think the fact it exists for games that don't have alternatives should be appreciated, but I also think that shouldn't stop their decisions from being criticized. No, I'm 100% with you. Like, let the criticisms rip. Like, they're not infallible. They made mistakes. 100%. This is like one of the more obscure ones from them too. Like I don't think a lot of people know about Vi, and that's I don't. Speaking about podcast performance numbers, as you were earlier, like with Hellboy, like the Lunar episode we did with Corey from My Life in Gaming did really well, and then the Lunar 2 episode also did well. Didn't do as well though, but it still did well. I do not see. It's gonna be like what is it? Dragon Wang for the layman here. I don't see it. I don't see the episode of Vi doing as well. I don't see it doing Dragon Wang numbers. But I don't see it doing as well as either of the Lunar games. But I still want to talk about it because I think it's. I mean, it would close out the Sega CD Working Designs collection for us. How did the Hellboy episode do? Horrible. It did as bad as the game is. That might be, if I am so bold to say, the worst in relation to all of like the other episodes that have been released of all time. The worst performing episode we have ever done. No one listened to that shit. I hope like this if you're watching this now, I'm going to look right into the camera. If you're watching this as I speak, I hope this encourages you to go listen to that episode because I think it's a good episode that we did with Lyle, our patron saint Lyle. Like you should go listen to it because no one did. Good Lord, did it do bad. I'm quite happy with it. I edited it. Me personally. I did the editing for the Hellboy episode. That's my episode. From an editing standpoint. Please go listen to it. Good man. I'm so sad about that. It's the Ashton touch. It's because Ashton didn't edit it. That's why it didn't do as well. He has that magic.
That's true. I mean, that's got to be what it is.
Has to be, man. Fuck. I like that one. Of our most recent episode, the top 5 AI hidden characters in games, apparently, is out today. I haven't even looked and see how that's doing.
I mean, it seems to be doing pretty well. Actually.
That's good. That's good.
Let's see. As of right now, 65 downloads.
Oh, yeah.
So for day of release, that's about average.
Yeah.
So far.
That's about the same as Hellboy's all-time downloads.
Well, now I'm actually curious. I want to go into the analytics. I want to see total downloads all time.
Yeah, that's right. You gain a level because you were getting just destroyed earlier, Sandor. The up and arms in. I like that.
I mean, unsurprisingly, all of our episodes with the lowest number of downloads are generally all the ones from way back in the beginning, like 2015. Which, rightfully so.
Deservedly.
Wow. Huh. Well, okay. Some of these you gotta take with a grain of salt, though, because like it was some of them probably were in the weird transitionary period of when we like move stuff over. But the first episode at the bottom of the list of total downloads ever, that's not like one of our OG ones, like pre resurrection of the show, I guess.
Yeah.
Black Belt, actually.
What's
That one's very low.
I believe it. What's the lowest one after April 2022? Like after May 2022, I should say.
Let's see. These are all old. Mega Cat Studios one, not great.
No, it wasn't great.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
The Lyle Curse. That's what I'm gonna start calling it.
Home Alone. Descent, but yeah. Let's see. These are all still way back. Okay, well that one's close, but it's March of 2022. So let's see. It's actually that Fist of the North Star one. That was in March of 2022. But I'm assuming you're saying May, because, well, so technically our analytics for our hosting service start on April 27th of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. That's when we started using the service.
Yes.
So any download numbers that we have for any episodes prior to that are ones that occurred after that, where people like went back and downloaded things.
Correct.
Actually, I gotta kind of go a ways up here to find one that's.
I think Hellboy is the worst.
Well, we're gonna find out. I'm getting there. No. Oof. Oh, no, that was today. Okay, I was like, what the fuck is a flight doing here? Okay, that was today. 2022, 21, 2021.
I mean, holy shit, I'm not used to seeing you with a beard, Chris. I mean, hello. Hello to you. What's going on, Josh? How are you doing tonight? Go check out the Still Loading podcast, by the way. They're putting out fantastic content that mirrors ours recently.
Oh my god, you're right.
I mean, really though, Still Loading podcast did a fantastic Batman Arkham Asylum episode and a great Sega Dreamcast episode. So if you liked ours, go check out theirs as well. Great stuff.
Yeah, no, you're right. Of the episodes that we have put out since we moved to our current hosting platform in April of 2022, Hellboy is the worst one.
Yes. Batman's was inspired by us, and thank you for the kind words. Yeah. Oh, no sweat, dude. You put out great content. I'm happy to be associated with you. I'm happy to be blamed for your Batman episode. And I gotta say, like, what I loved about your Batman episode is typically you have on guests that, like, you bring in, and we all love guests. I'm not here to talk shit about guests, but you talked about Batman Arkham Asylum with your high school friend. And those kind of conversations, those are always the best. When you're just having like a back and forth conversation with just a friend, those are always great. So definitely go check out Still Loading's episode about Arkham Asylum, because like it really is that good. Go check out ours first, though.
Gotta get that bag.
Yes.
All that cash money we're definitely making.
Keep contributing to our Patreon. We might be able to get me a computer before the end of the year.
I think that's doable.
I think it's doable. I think it's
I think
doable.
it's a very doable goal.
It's a goal, yeah. Do it for the woman that couldn't get any because I couldn't find a condom out of the back seat of a Beetle.
For those of you late to the stream, you're like, what the fuck?
That's their fault. I'm not going to explain it again.
No, should have been here.
Should have been here. I was a debaucherous piece of shit back in the day, and I loved every minute of it. I had much longer hair, too. I'm, like, going through my hair right now and how soft it is and how, like, thick it is. I'm like, oh, man. This is great. I love hair.
Oh, you said, wait, how was it? Game over. I'm curious. Was it decent?
Oh, yeah. How was your Hellboy movie?
I want to know.
So I'm not entirely post-military right now. I'm still technically getting paid by the military. I'm still technically part of the military. I'm looking for jobs. Post-military. I'm technically I want to be very cautious when I say that because I'm doing an internship and the people who are giving me the opportunity to do so are fantastic. In fact, tomorrow I take my first exam towards being employed with this group. But
That he has absolutely been doing a bunch of studying for.
I have actually, like, a lot. I'm just frustrated. Because every single time I think I understand it, it's like, you forgot this one word and one definition in this one chapter that totally was never stressed in any other chapter. Haha, you're an idiot. I'm just like, fuck, man, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. So my test is tomorrow at like 10. And, yeah, I'm nervous. So, we'll see how that goes. But I'm still, like, sending out applications just to give myself, an idea of what to expect. And I have no idea what to expect because I haven't done this before. Thank you. The movie is very visibly done on a budget, but it works in its favor. It's not explosive like the first two Hellboy movies. Sounds like something the game could have learned from.
Hmm.
I'm gonna heal up. And what time is it? It's past 11, isn't it? It is.
It is.
I will continue to play Vi for you all because this is going to be an episode from us. I don't know how often I will play it, but I will beat it to completion. I will play this version for all of you. Even though something doesn't feel right about it, but I will beat this one for you. And I'd like how you can save anywhere, though. I actually have an RFR of Vi, if I'm not mistaken. Can someone look through and see if there's an RFR of Vi? I'm going to turn this off, by the way. I'm done playing this. I'm pretty sure...
As a matter of fact, I can do that right now. Wow. Yes. From back when we were still using the old logos in 2020.
Wow.
So, it was a while ago.
So
The blurb that I put for it, by the way, is Chris provides his thoughts on Vi, a 1993 Sega CD JRPG that, for better or worse, stubbornly holds on to the, quote, old ways. We hope you like grinding.
I love grinder. Grinding. Van Fernal sent me a picture of the Herculoids. Thank you, Van Fernal, if he's still here. So yeah, you want to hear my initial thoughts on that? You can get to that before we talk about it in January. Guess I kind of spoiled it for everybody.
Well, and if you are in fact a patron, you can now easily find all of those things by navigating to the collections, because everything is nicely organized, and you can find all that stuff right there.
Yeah.
I'm actually about to create the Growing Up Gaming collection, and I think that covers just about everything.
Okay, so I guess we're going to conclude this. Thank you, everyone who showed up. I want to thank all our friends that have extra content. I mean, thank you, everyone who showed up, but I mean, you're all friends. But, GG's. Yeah, you're welcome. Well, thank you for stopping by, Game Over Hell. And I'll start out with Game Over Hell. Go check out Game Over Hell's YouTube channel for a bunch of great review content. Be there at the start, at the groundswell of the content that is Game Over Hell. I think they have a great channel going on, and you should go be part of that. Yeah, Brazilian content creator. Go check them out, because obviously they can't post to X anymore. So like, I got to advertise it here. So go check them out and enjoy the high quality content that Game Over Hell is producing. I also have Van Fernal. Van Fernal's retro streams over there. Go check them out. Van Fernal does a fantastic job on his streams. Like plays through those games, and like I watched him play through. I think the most impressive thing I've seen is like going through Resident Evil, and that was great. They played through like the Haunted Castle remake, beat that. That was also great. And they're part of Super Garbage Day, friends of the show. And Van Fernal is also part of our Dreamcast episode that just came out. So go check out that and Super Garbage Day. Soha has his own channel, Soha Y0, over on Twitch. I think it's in Portuguese. So go check that out. Also a Brazilian content creator. Who else stopped by tonight? Dave from Tales from the Backlog. Big time friend of the show, part of the King of Games 96. You might hear more from Dave in the future pertaining to that. Still Loading Podcast. Go check out the Still Loading Pod. I'm running out. I'm thinking. It's going too far back. It's been a long night.
Like a Dreamcast.
I like it. I'm thinking. It's, yeah. So if you stop by and you have your own content, thank you so much. Oh, Captain Ed from the Retrotopia podcast. Captain Ed, big time. Man, Captain Ed's done so much like subtle things to support this show and so many other shows. Captain Ed's like a phenomenal dude. Prior veteran like myself, and also is Van Fernal. I gotta get those shout outs. But if I forgot to give your show or content a shout out today, Retro Ridas from Savagery the Hoagie Man, and thanks for that. Man, I was just gonna keep remembering stuff, but I need to stop before so I can get off here, because I'm tired and drunk, and I need to get some rest before I go take a test tomorrow. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for stopping by. We do have a new episode. It is called The Top 5 Coolest Hidden Characters in Games. I got to advertise that as soon as I get off this, and go check that show out. And if you want to watch from the beginning, if you're joining us late and you didn't see, I talked about my sexual adventures when I was 18 prior to joining the Navy. They're very embarrassing and entertaining. You should go check that out, but that's at the end of this. But yeah, if you want to find out more of our stuff, just head over to our link tree, which is linktr.ee/retrohangover. The link is right over up there in the corner, and you should go check that out. I've said check that out too many times. You get the idea. We have plenty of things there. Shane was talking about how he's organizing the Patreon list. So if you're interested, you can join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month, but we have a lot of additional content at higher tiers. So go look at that. See, I didn't say check that out. And see if that interests you, if you want to support our work, because we got a lot of good things coming down the pipe, I think. And hey, if not, that's fine. Just listen to us. If you like us, let us know. Follow us on the social medias, which is also on that link tree, all that stuff there. So That's pretty much all I have. Shane, did I leave anything out?
No, I think that is it. Also, I just noticed it, but quick shout out to Paga1980 for being our most recent follower as of this evening. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Paga.
Yeah, but no, I think you covered it. So yeah, go listen to the new episode. Go to that there link tree. Look at all the things. There you go. And also, have a good evening or day, or morning wherever you're from. But yeah, have a good one.
All right. So until next time, play with your boy did I get squashed joysticks. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.